السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي علا في توحده ودنا في تفرده وجل في سلطانه وعظم في أركانه، فطر الخلائق بقدرته ونشر الرياح برحمته، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على
محمد
وآل محمد وعجل.
طب القلوب ودوائها ونور أبصارها، وعلى أهل بيته الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد
وآل محمد.
يقول الله عز وجل في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين استجابوا لربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأمرهم شورى بينهم ومما رزقناهم ينفقون آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات.
اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد.
محمد وعجل.
For the love of Sayyidah Fatima, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
محمد وعجل.
For the purification of our hearts and hastening of the reappearance of our beloved the 12th Imam, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. First of all, my dear brothers and sisters, lovers and the followers of Ahl al-Bayt, it is indeed a great pleasure and honor to be here sitting next to each and every one of you to commemorate the painful departure of the daughter of our beloved Prophet, Sayyidatu Nisa al-Alameen, from this world. I take this opportunity to express, first and foremost, my heartfelt condolences to the Imam of our time and to each and every one of you, lovers and the followers of Ahl al-Bayt. Ayyam Fatimiya are not common days and nights of the year. These days and nights are moments where each and every one of us, lovers and the followers of Ahl al-Bayt, are expected to try as much as we can in our own small ways to strengthen our allegiance or our love for Sayyidah Fatima. You see, two of our great scholars, our great maraji, Ayatollah Safi Kulfaidani, marhum, and Ayatollah Wahid Khorasani, who is still alive, they in their own ways revived Ayyam Fatimiyya. Ayatollah Safi used to say, all the commemorations or the celebrations we have in the course of the year, they are nothing without a Fatima. For those commemorations and celebrations to be decommemorations and celebrations, we have to connect all with Fatima. And Ayatollah Wahid Khorasani will always say we should continue commemorating Ayyam Fatimiya until those who do not necessarily subscribe to Fatimiya appreciate the secrets behind Fatimiya. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we are blessed by Almighty Allah to be given this golden opportunity to remember this great lady, Lady of Light, my role model and your role model. I and you have a lot of practical lessons to learn from this great lady with the sole purpose of improving our lives to become true lovers and servants of Almighty Allah. Now the verses I quoted earlier on, or is a verse from Surah Shura, verse 38. Kindly pay attention to this. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in this verse said, وَالَّذِينَ اسْتَجَابُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ, and those who responded to the calling of their Lord, وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ, and they established their prayers, وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ, and they consult one another when it comes to their affairs, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, and of whatever given to them by Allah, they reach out to those who are in need. Now, departing from this beautiful verse, the topic I would like to discuss tonight is to look at the elements of a purposeful personality. Who is a person of purpose? Can I look at myself and say to myself, I have a purpose or not? And our examination of tonight will be of the following stages. First stage, we'll look at the foundations of a purposeful personality, so that I and you can tell whether I'm a person of purpose or I'm not a person of purpose. Second stage of the examination, we'll then look at the element anasar al-shakhsiyyat al-hadifa, the elements of a purposeful personality. Third stage of our examination, we'll then ask a question: how do I become a person of purpose in life? And then the last stage of our examination, we'll then look at the elements of a purposeful personality from the administrative perspective. What I seek to do tonight, inshallah, is to look at this topic from the Quranic perspective and from the administrative perspective. And at the end, we'll then look at the life of the Lady of Light, Fatima al-Zahra, Salamullah alayha, to ask ourselves if Fatima, Salamullah alayha, is a purposeful personality. Are you the lover and a follower of Fatima, Salamullah alayha, a purposeful personality or not? Because today, if you look at life, there is one serious confusion that many have. And that is, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing in this world? Am I achieving my purpose in life or not? If I'm not achieving my purpose in life, what is it that I should do to achieve my purpose in life? It's of great importance, this particular topic, and hence I humbly seek your indulgence. Kindly pay attention. Try as much as you can to take something away from this majlis. And don't just take something away from this majlis. Reflect on whatever you're going to hear tonight. And when you go home, think about it and see if you are able to implement something out of this majlis. Because at the end of the day, if I attend the majlis, I'm not able to implement anything from that majlis, then there is no point. The essence of majlis is for majlis to be a vehicle for self-reformation. For majlis to be a means for me to become a better human being. For majlis to be a means for me to become true servant of Allah. Bottom line, the essence of majlis is for me to appreciate my purpose in life. So now come with me. Let's go on a simple spiritual journey tonight. First stage of the examination. What are the foundations of a purposeful personality from the Holy Quran? Quran is our book. Quran discusses purposeful personality. And you know, when Quran discusses this topic, Quran uses different terminologies to describe the foundations of a purposeful personality. Look at the terminologies. The first one, Quran used the word rushd, sound judgment. I will come back to it. Second terminology Quran used, basira, insight or foresightedness. Third terminology Quran uses, hidayah, guidance. You know, Quran is trying to say a purposeful personality goes through 3 stages in his or her life in trying to become a person of purpose in his or her life. First one is rushd. When you look at Quran, Surah Al-Anbiya, verse number 51, Allah describes Prophet Ibrahim as shakhsiyatun hadifa, purposeful personality. وَلَكَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدًا. Indeed, we granted Prophet Ibrahim his sound judgment. Prophet Ibrahim, as per this ayah, is grounded, rooted when it comes to maturity. Question: what is sound judgment? I want you to think about it. Think with me. Sound judgment simply means yaqdatul fitra. When your fitra is awake. Fitra, some will call it innate or primordial nature. Some of us, our fitra is in deep slumber, fast asleep. And when my fitra is fast asleep, then what happens? I'm then taken over by ghafla. Rushd simply means yakzatul fitra. I am awake. When it comes to my responsibilities towards Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, I am not in deep slumber. I have not forsaken the calling of Allah. I am alert when it comes to my connection with Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. That is why Allah described Ibrahim, وَلَكَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدًا. Once our fitra is awake, you know what happens? We will then be able to apply to our life what matches with our fitra. What matches our fitra? The love for Allah. The moment you see yourself drifting apart, drifting away from Allah, you should know that your fitra is fast asleep, sleeping. The moment you realize you are far away from justice, You should know that your fitrah is in deep slumber. The moment you realize that you are far away from Quran, you should know that your fitrah is sleeping. The moment you realize that you are away from fairness, note that your fitrah is sleeping. So the first foundation of a purposeful personality is yaqzatul fitrah. Each one of us here, alhamdulillah, so many youths, we have the greatest potential to become the true ambassadors of Allah on earth. We have the greatest potential for our actions to be the reflections of our love for Ahlul Bayt. That is the fitrah. Fitratullahi allati fatara an-nasa alayha. Each and everyone, the day we arrived in this world, we came with the potential to gain Allah's proximity, to gain closeness to Allah. I tell you one thing. Today, one of our biggest challenge as Muslim Ummah is lack of gaining proximity to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So first foundation, remember, please don't forget this, I beg you. It's yaqzatul fitrah. It's awakening of our fitrah. That's first foundation. Let's look at the second foundation of a purposeful personality, a person of purpose in life. Because today, when a person has a lot of money, they said, mashallah, he has got a purpose. When a person is famous, they said, mashallah, he's got a lot of following, he's got purpose in life. When a person talks too much, they said, mashallah, he's got purpose. La, habibi. Look at what the Holy Quran is saying. First is yaqzatul fitrah. Second is basira. You know, we have something called basar. And we have something called basira. What is basar? Seeing with the naked eye. What is basira? Seeing with the reality of your heart. Imam Amir al-Mu'minin would say, I see Allah and I see things the way they are. When they ask Amir al-Mu'minin, how do you see Allah and how do you see things the way they are? He said, I do not see Allah and things with my naked eye, but I see things with haqa'iq al-qulub, with the realities of my heart. That is basira. Open the eyes of your heart and you will see Allah in everything. My dear sister, my dear brother, Allah is so loving. Allah comes to you in full. How you take Allah is up to you. Some will take Allah 1%. Some will take Allah 0.5%. Some will take Allah 10%. It depends on your effort. It depends on your determination. So the second element or foundation of a purposeful personality is basira. Question, what is basira? Basira is when a person knows where he was, where he is, and where he's going to. Imam Amir al-Mu'minin makes it crystal clear. Rahimallahu abdan arifa min ayna wa fi ayna wa ila ayna. Imam Ali said, may the blessings and mercy of Allah be on a servant who knows where he was and know where he is and know where he's going to. Question I have for you and myself. Do you know where you were? I want you to reflect on this. Where were you? Before this world, where were you? Something to think about. Scholars will tell us, we were in a state of non-existence. Then Allah granted us this existence. In other words, we were with Allah. Now we came to this world and we will go to Allah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's descending arrow and ascending arrow. We've all descended from Allah and we are slowly but surely ascending to Allah, depending on our spiritual growth and connection. So the second foundation is basira. You need to cleanse your heart. You need to purify your heart. Don't let anything enter your heart but godly. Because anything which is not godly, when you give it away to enter your heart, it makes it rusted. When the heart becomes rusted, it doesn't become receptive to the calling of Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So that's the second element. That is why you look at Surah Yusuf, verse 108. Allah makes it very clear. قُلْ هَذِهِ سَبِيلِي أَدْعُو إِلَى اللَّهِ عَلَى بَصِيرَةٍ أَنَا وَمَنِ اتَّبَعَنِي. Tell them this is my way. I call to Allah with insight. Insight simply means what? I know where I was. I know where I am. I know where I'm going to. Youth, where are you? Where are you now in your life? From this stage of your life, where are you going? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the program? What's the event? That's basira. The third foundation is hidayah. أولئك الذين هداهم الله فبهداهم اقتدي. Surah Al-An'am, verse 90. Here, hidayah doesn't mean just simple guidance. Guidance here simply means what? Keep striving in the way of Allah. Keep striving, keep going, don't ever stop. Keep determining. You've got challenges, I have challenges. You've got issues in life. But don't ever give up on Allah. Trust in Allah's plan in your life. Quran makes it crystal clear. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّكُمْ سُبُلَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And indeed, those who strive in our way, we will guide them towards our way. So these are the three main foundations of a purposeful personality. Now let's look at the second stage of the examination. The elements or the characteristics of a purposeful personality. Here also I seek your indulgence. Quran mentions 4. In the ayah I quoted earlier on, Shura 38. The first element, Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ اسْتَجَابُوا لِرَبِّهِمْ أُنصُرْ غَيْبِي. Their hearts is filled with the love of Allah. Love of Allah doesn't come cheap. I and you need to work for the love to get into my heart. You know, Imam Zain al-Abidin, salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi salawat. You know, Imam Zain al-Abidin in his munajat, al-Muhibbin, he said, Man dha alladhi dhaka halawata mahabbatika farama minka badala. Wa man dha alladhi anisa bikurbika wabtaga anka hiwala. Said, Ya Allah, is there anyone who has tasted your love and wish your love to be replaced by any other love? Whenever you taste Allah's love, believe me, my dear brothers and sisters, you will not wish for any other love but the love for Allah. So first element of this purposeful personality or the feature is that the heart of that person filled with the love of Allah. We are here to remember Sayyidah Fatima salamullah alayha. Why are we remembering Sayyidah Fatima? Because Fatima salamullah alayha is the embodiment for the love of Allah. Fatima salamullah alayha practically demonstrated a love for Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Fatima day and night expressed her love for Almighty Allah. In her pains, in her difficulties, she wouldn't complain to Allah, but she would say, Allah, I thank you for my situation. That's the first element. My heart is filled with Allah's love. I yearn for Allah's love. And here I share with you a beautiful hadith al-Qudsi, where Allah himself says, Man talabani wajadani, waman wajadani arafani, waman arafani ahabbani, waman ahabbani ashakani, waman ashakani ashaktuhu, waman ashaktuhu kataltuhu, waman kataltuhu alayya diyatuhu wa ana diyatuhu. Allahu Akbar. Allah says, whoever amongst you goes out looking for me, like you are here tonight. What are you here for? You are looking for Allah through Fatimiya al-Zahra, salamullah alayha. When you do charity, you are looking for Allah through that charity. When you stand to pray, you are looking for Allah. When you wear your hijab, you are looking for Allah. Allah says, Man talabani wajadani. Whoever goes out looking for me will find me. And if he finds me, he will know me. And if he knows me, he will love me. And if he loves me, he will desire to get closer to me. And if he desires to get closer to me, I, Allah, will desire to get closer to him. And when I desire to get closer to him, I will cause him to dissolve or annihilate in me. And when I cause him to die in me, that is dissolving and annihilating in me, his insurance is on me. And I, Allah, will be the insurance. What does it mean? I, Allah, will be the insurance. You see nothing but what Allah wants. You listen to nothing but what Allah wants. You go to no place but where Allah wants you to go. So the first element is love for Allah. You are youth. You've got the energy. You've got the strength. Work towards establishing true love for Allah in your heart. That's first element. Look at the second element. Allah says, وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةِ. They establish salah. Here, it's not just talking about salah. It's talking of unsur suluqi. It's talking of behavioral elements. Yani, you cannot, under any circumstance, be a purposeful personality when you are bankrupt in your behavior and akhlaq. You need to have the best of all akhlaq. Akhlaq is everything. I cannot claim to be a good Muslim when I open my mouth, I offend people. I gossip. I backbite. I ridicule. I undermine. I am lazy when it comes to my salah. I am lazy when it comes to Quran. I rig. I cheat in my interaction with people. I lie. Second element of a purposeful personality is to have the best akhlaq. That's why the tradition tells us, تَخَلَّقُوا بِأَخْلَاقِ اللَّهِ. Behave with the manners of Allah. Have the best akhlaq. Imam Jafar Sadiq made it crystal clear. كُونُوا لَنَا زَيْنًا بِغَيْرِ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ. Oh my Shias, become a source of beautiful examples for us without the usage of your tongues. When I and you go out there, especially in the wider society, in the wider community, where people are not necessarily Muslims, let us show them we are really the lovers of Ahlul Bayt by showing the best of all akhlaq. Anyone who fails to put up the best akhlaq, he is not a person of purpose in the sight of Allah. Sometimes you find people, every salat they pray, but akhlaq zero. You know what it means? It means the salat is not a good salat. You know why? Because the secret of salat is akhlaq. Inna salata tanha anil fakhsha'i wal munkar. Yani, the more I pray, the more my akhlaq becomes solid. Salat is to enhance my akhlaq. Salat is to make me better human being. Because Allah is telling you, this part of your body, which is the best of all, hit it on the ground. Why, Habibi? Allah is saying hit it on the ground. Because Allah wants to bring the beauty out of you. What's that beauty? Humility. So wherever you go, university, you go to work, you interact with people, Muslim, not Muslim, it doesn't matter. What's important? Show the best akhlaq. Khulukul Hasan, khulukullahi al-a'zam, Rasul said. Allah. Prophet said, good akhlaq is tantamount to the greatest akhlaq of Allah. So that's number 2 element, akhlaq. Let's look at 3 elements. وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ. When it comes to their affairs, they consult each other. They are not autocratic. They don't macromanage. They consult. This is what they call unsur taqtit. They strategize and plan before they execute. A person of purpose doesn't just jump and start doing things. You want to go to university? You strategize. You ask yourself $1 million question. What is it that I want to become at the end of my uni studies? Not like I get into university, after 1, 2, 3 years, I waste money and I start something again. Strategize. You want to pursue a particular profession? Strategize. وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ. You are a youth. Consult those who are ahead of you. Consult those who have the expertise in whatever you want to do. Anyone who consults, you are a purposeful personality. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Salamullah alayh, beautifully mentioned that the best of all is the one who joins his mind with the minds of others. You do mashwara, shura. And then the last element, Quran says, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Of whatever we give them, they reach out to those who are in need. Unsurul ata. We're not the same. You are giving more than the others. Reach out to those who cannot afford. Reach out to those who are oppressed. Reach out to those who are struggling. Reach out to those who are suffering. Reach out to homeless. Anyone who does that, Quran regards you as a purposeful personality. Now, 3rd stage, very practical. How do I become this purposeful personality from the administrative perspective? Now we've known the element, we've known the characteristics. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, what I'm going to mention now, if you really take it with your heart and your mind, I promise you, it will change your life. Try it. What is it that I should do, either in my individual life or societal life, to become a person of purpose? So that all these elements we've just discussed will be found in me. You know what you need to do? Is to identify the 4 major needs in life. This is discussed in administration. In life, there are 4 major needs. Any one of us who is able to identify these needs and seek to look after the needs, Allah, you become a purposeful personality. I will mention the needs and I will refer you to Sayyidah Fatima Salamullah alayha. I want you to think, what are the 4 major needs in our life? It will be difficult to get the 5th one. Philosophers will call this Hasrun Akli. It's intellectual categorization. The first major need in our life is Hajatun Madi. Physical material need. I need a house. I need food. I can't survive without food. It's a natural need. I need this clothing. Car. necessary. I need it. Or I need public transport. That's the first major need in our life. You can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. I need money. You need money. Some of you are university students. That's your physical material need, because that will determine your profession. Don't play with it. Don't joke with it. Some of you are working. Don't go and sleep on the computer. And at the end of the month, you expect salary. We all have physical needs in life. Let's go to the second need. عنصر أو حاجة اجتماعي. Social need. What's my social need? I need family. I need friends. I need to get on my social media platform, but not to abuse it. Not to just share everything in my heart on social media for instant gratification. I need people to talk to. I need people to chill out with. So each one of us has hajatun ijtima'i. What's the third need? Hajatun akli. Intellectual need, Habibi. Your intellect needs food. What food? Information. Currently, which book are you reading? The year is coming to an end. How many Islamic books have you read? Are you taking care of your intellectual need? Do you have a mini library on your phone or in your house? Do you visit libraries? Intellectual need. You know the last need? Hajatul Ruhi, spiritual need. 4 needs. Let's explain further. Physical material need. I need source of income. I need money. But I need to be satisfied with the little I get. Don't become greedy. Whatever you are able to manage, but don't become lazy. Allah is not happy with anyone who is lazy and you don't have. And Islam tells us, the hand which gives is better than the hand which receives. Sayyidah Fatima, why did she stood for Fadak? She even rendered the powerful sermon to say, if you are entitled to inherit your parent in Quran, am I not entitled to inherit my father in Quran? Fadak. Fadak is a wealth. But why Sayyidah Fatima fought for Fadak? It's simply because Fadak was the main source of Islamic propagation. I can't do without money, but lawful money. Don't be greedy. As a youngster, as a youth, whatever you do in life, focus. Focus. Don't waste your time. But I cannot spend all my time on this. I have also social need. I need to offload what is in my heart. I need to talk to my friends. If I'm married, I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my husband. I need to get online. I need to talk to somebody. So you need to reserve some time for your social need. Not all the time for your physical material need. Look at Sayyidah Fatima Salamullah Alayha. She built solid family. Today, the family she built are our role models. That tells you the importance of social need in my life. Don't only work. No time for wife. No time for children. No time for brother. No time for sister. No time for friend. No. Hold on a bit, Habibi. Because you know what need that physical need? This body. This body needs the physical things. Social need is not for the body. It's for my emotions and your emotions. That's why I need to take care of my social need, my emotions. I am a person with emotions. You are a person with emotions. If only money, 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 then my emotions will be deprived of his needs. Oh. That's why the Holy Prophet tells us, when a person sits next to his family, just talking, discussing with the family, you know what Prophet said? It's so dear to Allah than doing i'tikaf in my mosque in Medina. Allahu Akbar. Because it takes care of your emotions. So spend some time online. Don't spend too much. You know, some of us, when you see your screen time, by the end of the day, sometimes like you want to slap yourself. When you see the amount of time wasted, there are people every second phone. It's like doctor is injecting them. Yani, people are so addicted to their phones. Even if there is nothing to read about, if there is nothing to look for, every single second a minute, they open. They open. They open. You're sitting with them, they keep opening. I don't know, maybe until Imam Zaman comes. However, give time to family. Spend time. Yes, you have to talk to your friends online also. But understand the danger of social media. You don't post everything on social media. One day it will come and it will haunt you. That's a separate discussion. We can have some other time. The third need, Habibi, intellectual need, Habibi. Don't only spend all your time on physical and social need. This intellect need food also. So body, emotion, take. Intellect requires something. The car you drive, your intellect doesn't need that. The clothes you wear, your intellect doesn't need it. The friends you have, your intellect doesn't need it. You know what your intellect needs? Information, ma'lumat. Dig in. Get more information. Anyone who doesn't read, inhibit his or her intellect. Sayyidah Fatima, salamullah alayha, she is the embodiment of intellectual capability. Where do we get that from? Read Khutbatul Fadakiyya, Habibi. Ibtada al-ashya la min shay'in kana qablaha. Allahu Akbar. Salamullah alayha. She said Allah initiated everything. Not from Adam, not from a state of non-existence. It's highly intellectual. When you read the Khutbah al-Fadaqiyah, you will see there are maqasid sharia in it. So Sayyidah Fatima taught, you cannot be a true Shia, a true lover of Fatima, when you do not strive to increase your knowledge. When last did you read Quran? Do you have Quran program yourself as an individual? Or you only waiting for the shahr, for the holy month of Ramadan? Habibi, Ahlul Bayt are speaking Quran. Ahlul Bayt are walking Quran. To such an extent, those who lived in the house of Fatima, like Bint al-Fidda salamullah alayha, she became speaking Quran. Knowledge. So you're intellectual. Please don't forget, I beg you. And then the last one is the boss. Spiritual need. Huh? You know, intellect doesn't need spiritual need. Food. You know what spiritual need needs? Soul. So you have a body, emotions, intellect, and soul. Your soul needs God. These clothes, my soul doesn't need it. My body needs it. My job, my soul doesn't need it. Indirectly, my body needs it. You know what my soul needs? God. Bring God to your soul, man. You know, Imam Zain al-Abidin will say, Bika araftuk. وأنت الذي دللتني إليك عليك ودعوتني إليك ولولاك لم أدري ما أنت. Imam Zalabi said, Ya Allah, I know you through you. And you introduced me to you. Ya Allah, if it wasn't of you, I wouldn't have known you. Allah. In Dua Arafah of Imam al-Hussein, what has he lost who has found you? And what has he found who has lost you? When you don't have Allah, you are bankrupt. When you have Allah and the whole world stand against you, you have everything. So the point of departure is my spiritual need. So my relationship with Allah will inform how to take care of my social need, how to take care of my intellectual need, how to take care of my physical need. Let's work on our spirituality. Wallahi, brothers and sisters. Sayyidah Fatima should wake up in the darkness of the night. She would pray Salatul Layl. She would call on Allah. She would cry. She would shed tears. When her beloved son would describe her, Imam al-Hassan would say, my mom, I would always hear her in the darkness of the night, praying for the neighbors. But look at this line. When Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen, salamullah alayh, went to bury Sayyidah Fatima, you remember in the wasiyah she said to him, Ya Ali, ghusl me at night, kafan me at night, bury me at night. Said, Ya Ali, when you bury me, stay next to my grave and recite Quran. Amir al-Mu'mineen, salamullah alayh, after burying Sayyidah Fatima in the darkness of the night, he began to recite the Holy Quran. Naturally, he fell asleep. Then he saw Sayyidah Fatima in his dream. Ya Ali, go back home and look after the orphans. Amir al-Mu'mineen got back home. When he entered the house, he first went to the prayer mat of Sayyidah Fatima. Who did he see? He saw Zainab on the prayer mat. He said, Zainab John, why are you not sleeping? Why are you here? This is the spirituality. Your lady Fatima, my role model and your role model, she held unto Allah. And that is why whatever challenges she had to face in her life, she found it so easy. Because all those challenges were under the watchful eyes of Allah. Sayyidah Zainab salamullah alayha looked at Amir al-Mu'minin. She said, my beloved father, I am here because every night during this time, my mother used to be here to pray. Allahu Akbar. My mom used to pray here. This is to invite I and you to say, you know what? To be a true lover of Fatima, salamullah alayha, I need to enhance my alaka, my relationship with Allah. You know, I tell you what? There is nothing like God, man. God is everything. I may disappoint you. You may disappoint me. I may let you down. You may let me down. The one and only who will never and ever judge you and let you down is Jalla Jalaluhu, your beloved and merciful creator. Why am I emphasizing on this spiritual need? Because it is what we need in life. Look at the product of Sayyidah Fatima. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam in Karbala, he would call out and say, I found everything happening to me in Karbala so easy. Because I know Allah sees it. Do you think Allah will put you in pain, my dear sister? Allah putting you in pain? Do you think the challenges you are going through now, Allah intentionally putting you in it? Is there anyone who loves you more than Allah? Trust Allah's plan. Trust Allah's plan. He is the best of all. Ahlul Bayt held on Allah. That's why Fatima, brothers and sisters, I'm getting to the end of my lecture. Fatima, she taught us 3 spiritual stages. Tawakkul, Rida, Taslim. Get this and go home, inshallah. What is tawakkul? You know, Prophet came to the house and he saw Fatima working, cleaning. And he said to her, Fatima John, this pain of this world will hasten your proximity to Allah. You will get the taste of it from Allah. As they said, tarkul ladhati min ajli ladha. Ignore temporary tastes for a permanent taste. You see, all of you tonight, you know what you are doing? You ignored temporary taste. What is temporary taste? You're sitting chilling, watching your phone, watching TV, but you decided to come for this majlis. You have ignored temporary taste. You know the natija? Allah will grant you permanent tastes. So the Holy Prophet, when he said to Fatima, she said, Alhamdulillah ala na'amaihi wa shukru ala alaihi. Fatima is in pain. But she said, no, I thank Allah for this. Zainab said, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. I said, Papa Zainab, they chop off the head of Hussein. I said, Zainab, they slaughter Qasim into pieces. I said, Baba Zainab, they slaughtered Aun and Muhammad. I said, Zainab, they struck the arrow on the eye of Abbas. But you are saying, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. Divine beauty. Tawakkul. What is tawakkul? Tawakkul means what? I have problems in my life. School, I'm failing. Exams, I'm not doing well. Work, things are not going well. Community problems, left problem, right problem. Tawakkul means what? I try to resolve it and I leave it with Allah. That's tawakkul. Fatima said, no, tawakkul is not enough. You go to Rida. Hussein said, Ilahi ridam bi qada'ik. He learned it from Fatima. Fatima said, Alhamdulillah ala na'maihi wa shukru ala alaihi. What is Rida? You are going through the troubles, difficulties in life. But you don't complain. You said, Allah, I thank you for this. I am happy. Yes, Allah, I failed the exams. Yes, Allah, everybody is giving me certain look. Yes, Allah, I'm not getting my marriage proposals. Yes, Allah, problems in my marriage. Yes, Allah, problems at work. But you know what? Allah, you watching. So I'm happy. I'm not complaining. That is rida. Ilahi ridan bi qada'ika. Fatima, thank Allah, my dear sisters and brothers. Allah, I thank you. I thank you. Allah ka shukur. Nashkuruka ya Rabbi. We all go through challenges. Thank Allah. Said, Allah, I know you are saving me from serious calamities. Thank you, Allah. That is rida. But you know what? Sayyidah Fatima said, no, that's not enough. Go to the highest level. Taslim. Imam al-Hussein said, wa tasliman li amrik. This highest level. You know what is taslim? Taslim is not what? Okay, I try. Tawakkul. Taslim is not Allah, thank you. No, 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 no. Taslim means what? Ya Allah. Oh, you gave it to me. You've taken it away. What's the problem? It's yours. Allah. Allah is yours. I came to this world with nothing. It's no more with me. What a sleem amrik jalla jalalu. Yes, I want that job. It will make life much easier for me. I've lost it. I'm not getting it. Complaining, no. Allah, you gave it. It's hard, but Allah, you gave it. I'm okay. I'm patient until you decide again. That's taslim. Abu Abdullah, he saw the arrow on the neck of Asgar, but he said, "Wa tasliman li amrik." Ah, Allahu Akbar. Wa tasliman li amrik. Fatima salamullah alayha upon the pains she had to go through. Fatima went through pains, my dear brothers and sisters. She lost her father painfully. Her rights were taken away from her. To such an extent, she will say, Mother, ala man shamma turbata ahmada, Allah yashumma ala zamani gawaliya, subbata alayya al-masaibu law annaha, subbata ala al-ayyami sirna layaliya. Fatima would say, what is on the one who smelled the turba of the grave of Ahmad? But upon the loss of her beloved father, she will equate it to a point when what happened to her would happen to a day. They would turn it into nights. But Fatima did taslim to Allah. That's the highest spiritual level. So your spiritual need is very important, brothers and sisters. Work on your spiritual needs. In conclusion, be a thinker. Don't be just a follower. Think. A true lover of Ahlul Bayt and Fatima, think. Whatever you see, try to process it. The way you drive, you know, when you drive, what happens? You're processing so many things at the same time. You're looking left, right, back, front. Think. You cannot achieve purpose if you can't think. Ask difficult questions. Number 2, this is my last point. This is what I'm mentioning now. This will be the last. Have intellect above your intellect. Al-aqlu fawqa aqlik. What does it mean to have intellect above your intellect? Criticize yourself constructively. Constructive self-criticism. Sit alone. Before you criticize someone, criticize yourself. That's having aql above your aql. These are some philosophical things. 3, be creative. Be creative. You try this, it's not working, try something else. But don't just jump and jump and jump. Strategize, try, doesn't work. Be creative. You can't wake up for Fajr, for whatever reason. Be creative on how to wake up. Because if you have to go to work 4 a.m., you'll wake up. But if Fajr is 5 a.m., you don't want to wake up. What's the priority? Be creative. And the last one, build resilience. Quwwatul irada. Willpower. And to build your willpower, avoid the negativities. And avoid people who are negative. When you associate with people who are negative, it weakens your willpower. Be reasonably optimistic. Wherever you work, aim to be the best employee as a Shia. If you're studying, aim to be the best student. Wherever you are, be zina for Ahlul Bayt. So I conclude this, Fatima. You heard it from our dear brother, Sayyid Hashim. Obviously, I wasn't born a Shia. I was born a Sunni Sufi. Many people ask me, what caused your conversion? What changed you? Fatima. Fatima. How? I made my research. But one thing I got struck with. Why no one knows where exactly Fatima is buried? That led to my curiosity. Why no one knows where she's buried? We know everyone's burial, but Fatima. So that really led to my curiosity. When I concluded that this is the right way, my mind was accepting, but my heart was not accepting. So I fasted for 3 days to ask Allah to help me. The 3rd night I broke my fast, I went to bed. Then I dreamt Imam Ali in Kaaba. Imam Ali said to me, you are looking for something, you found it, stay there. Then I went to consult those who could interpret dreams without telling them too much of it. And they said to me, you are confused about something? Allah has shown you. That's how I became a Shia. So for me, Fatima is Fatima. Fatima is the mother of all. Fatima is our gate to Allah. She is our role model. Siddiqat al-Tahira. But what happened? The door was pushed on her. They did not only push the door broke the ribs of Fatima. Imam Ali, salamullah alayhi, when he was busy making the ghusl of Fatima, at one point he stopped the ghusl. He went and sat on one corner of the house and he began to cry profusely. Imam Ali. Asma bint Umays began to walk towards Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Said, Ya Ali, I've never seen you crying profusely. Amir al-Mu'mineen then looked at Asma bint Umays. He said to her, Ya Asma, oh Asma, as I was busy making the ghusl of Fatima Zahra, my right hand crossed the broken ribs of Fatima. Hence I couldn't continue with the ghusl of Fatima Zahra. You know, Asma bint Umays narrates. Sayyidah Fatima salamullah alayha said to her, oh Asma, I'm going to my room. After 1 hour, come and check on me. If I'm alive, I'm alive. If I'm no more, I'm no more. After an hour, Asma came to check on Fatima. And it was inna lillah wa inna ilayhi rajiun. But she remembered, Sayyidah Fatima said to her, when Hasanain come back home, give them their food. When they came back home, Asma bint Umays gave them their food. Hasanain looked at Asma and they said to her, Asma, when have you known us to eat food without our mother? Allahu Akbar. They went one after the other to the room to check on their mother. Imam al-Hasan came to the body of Fatima Zahra. He called out, Amma. There was painful quietness. Abu Abdullah then came to the body of Fatima Zahra. Hussein hugged Fatima Zahra. Abu Abdullah called out, Amma Fatima, oh mom, respond to me. There was painful quietness. Allahu Akbar. Here narration tells us Amir al-Mu'mineen was inspired. Ya Ali, go and remove Hussein from the body of Fatima. Arbab al-Maqadil asked this question, if an angel could not bear to see Hussein on the chest of Fatima, how did the angels bear to see Shimr on the chest of Abu Abdullah? I said, Shimr did not sit on the chest of Abu Abdullah alone. Shimr poked the lips of Abu Abdullah. Shimr pulled the beard of Abu Abdullah. I said, Amma Fatima al-Zahra, they sharpened the hoofs of their horses and they trampled on the body of Abu Abdullah. I said, Amma Fatima, while they were trampling on the body of Abu Abdullah, Imam Zain al-Abidin was outside watching. Sayyidah Zainab came out of the tent. She looked at Zain al-Abidin. She said to him, Zain al-Abidin, what is being broken out there? He looked at Zainab. He said, Amma Zainab, no one is breaking bottles. They are breaking the ribs of my father Hussein. على لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون. الفاتحة.